Richard the Lionheart, King of England, and Saladin, the Sultan of Egypt and Syria, are two towering figures in the history of the Crusades. Their encounter during these tumultuous times is steeped in legend and historical significance. In the late 12th century, the Third Crusade was in full swing, with both Richard and Saladin at the forefront of their respective armies. The stage was set for a clash of titans, as the Christian and Muslim worlds collided in a struggle for control of the Holy Land. The first meeting between Richard and Saladin took place in 1191, during the Siege of Acre. Acre was a crucial coastal city, heavily fortified and strategically located, making it a coveted prize for both sides. Richard, known for his military prowess and valor, led the Christian forces in the siege, while Saladin commanded the defending Muslim forces. Despite their opposing positions, Richard and Saladin shared a mutual respect for each other's abilities as military leaders. Both were renowned for their chivalry, honor, and tactical brilliance. As the siege dragged on for months, negotiations between the two leaders began, mediated by a series of messengers and emissaries. Finally, in October 1191, Richard and Saladin agreed to a face-to-face meeting outside the walls of Acre. It was a momentous occasion, as two of the most powerful men of their time came together in a rare display of diplomacy amidst the chaos of war. The meeting took place in a neutral tent, with neither side claiming the upper hand. Richard, tall and imposing, clad in shining armor, and Saladin, dignified and composed, dressed in simple robes, exchanged pleasantries and engaged in discussions aimed at reaching a truce. Despite their efforts, a lasting agreement proved elusive. The cultural and religious divide between the Christian crusaders and the Muslim forces led by Saladin was too great to bridge completely. However, the meeting laid the groundwork for a temporary ceasefire, allowing for the exchange of prisoners and the resumption of trade between the two sides. The encounter between Richard and Saladin was more than just a diplomatic gesture. It was a symbolic moment that transcended the brutality of war, highlighting the potential for understanding and cooperation between peoples of different faiths and backgrounds. Throughout the remainder of the Third Crusade, Richard and Saladin continued to clash on the battlefield, each striving for victory but never losing sight of the humanity of their adversaries. Despite their differences, they admired each other's courage and honor, earning a place in history as two of the greatest leaders of their time. In the years following the Third Crusade, the legend of Richard and Saladin's meeting grew, becoming a symbol of hope for peace and reconciliation in a world torn apart by religious conflict. Their story continues to inspire generations, reminding us of the power of dialogue and understanding in the face of adversity.